I'm Mrs. Charles, and today I'm with Kids in the Kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to use a colander and tongs. Why would you need to use a colander? Well, the colander has lots of holes which you'd use to drain foods. Let me give you some examples you may not have thought about. I have a can of kidney beans, which you would use if you were making chili. So what you do when the recipe calls for you to drain the beans, you would open the can, you would put the colander in the sink, and you would pour the beans into the colander, and then you would rinse it under the water. If you have a can of fruit that has juice, like pineapple or fruit cocktail, put a bowl under the colander, and that way you can collect the juice, and empty the can into the colander. The juice will drain into the bowl, leaving the fruit ready to add to recipes. This would work for canned vegetables too. You can put fresh fruits or vegetables like grapes, lettuce, frozen peas, or cherry tomatoes into a colander to rinse. Put it in the sink, gently shake the colander as it's under the water so all the fruits and veggies are rinsed and cleaned. Then shake it a little to remove the extra water and pat your fruit or vegetables dry with paper towels. You can actually steam vegetables on the stove too. Place your veggies in the colander and place the colander over a pot of hot water. Heat the water and your veggies will cook in the steam from the pot. A clever way to use the colander when you're on a picnic is to place the colander upside down over a bowl of potato salad or any other food that you want to keep the bugs from. And of course, the most common use of the colander is to drain noodles. I'm going to show you how to drain spaghetti noodles now. Remember, you must have an adult with you. You always have to be safe when doing any kind of cooking or baking. There are two ways to drain noodles. The first way I'm going to show you right now is the way I've been doing it for years. The first thing you have to do is to wear the oven mitts so you don't burn your hand, because there could be a lot of steam. Now you simply have the colander in the sink and pour the hot noodles and water into your colander. Then you pick it up, shake it a little, and you're ready to re-put it back in your pot or bowl and add sauce. It's still draining a little. Okay, so now you're ready to add the sauce. So this is going to be the second way you learn how to drain noodles. Take your colander and place it on your pot. You must have the right size pot, otherwise you'll lose noodles. That happened to me, so I can tell you from experience, it's important you have the right size pot. All right, now you're just going to drain it like this, and you will probably want an adult to help you because it's awkward. When you're done draining the water, all the noodles are already in your pot. So always clean your colander in hot sudsy water when you're done. So now I'm going to tell you about tongs. They come in many sizes and can be made of either plastic, metal, wood, or silicone. I'm using metal tongs today. So how do cooks use tongs in a kitchen? Well, tongs help you lift foods or flip them. They help you grip and lift hot food without burning yourself. Some tongs won't melt in the heat like these metal ones. My favorite way to use tongs is when I'm taking hamburgers and hot dogs off the grill. I prefer to use tongs when I'm serving salad. And I like to use tongs to turn over pork chops or chicken when I cook in a frying pan. Now don't forget that metal tongs could scratch a non-stick pan, so you've got to be careful. Wash your tongs when you're done using them, always in hot soapy water. I enjoyed showing you how to use a colander today. I hope you decide to use what I showed you soon in your own kitchen. I think your family will appreciate it when you put your new skills to use by helping make some yummy recipes.